Namaskar, Dilip Singh Advocate. You are most welcome to my channel Journey of Constitution of India. It was month of April 2019 as well as 2007 which I want to mention you. First we will take to April 2019. A special CBI court dropped proceeding against former Gujarat Police officers who were involved in the Ishrat Jahan encounter case for one reason that Gujarat government had declined to give sanction to prosecute, which is required under section 197 of Cr.P.C. Let us just go 13 years back. It was April 2007. Something extraordinary happened. An IPS officer, Rajnish Rai, had shown exemplary courage by arresting other IPS officers, Mr. Vanzara, Mr. Pandian and Mr. Dinesh, in Sohrabuddin encounter case of 2005. Let me tell you, Mr. Pandian was a very good friend and batchmate of Mr. Ashish Rai. Still, he arrested because the evidence was against Mr. Pandian. Mr. Rajnish Rai had also booked then Gujarat Home Minister, Mr. Amit Shah, saying that he was involved and he connived to kill Prajapati with the help of a top cop, PC Pandey. Following the investigation, Shah was jailed in this connection in the year 2010 and he was banned from entering Gujarat till 2012. However, lastly, nothing happened in this case and all the accused were acquitted for the reason there was no evidence against them. This is the fate of the case of police encounter we are seeing for last many years. Just imagine you are posed with a question. Being a citizen of democratic nation having rule of law, whether a democratic country should follow a constitutional norms of due process of law or adopt the instant justice by police encounter. You know, Article 21 has given a birth of many more articles, but today the situation is even this life right to live or personal liberty is under threat. Let me read the text of Article 21 before going further, which is in our Constitution of India. No person will be deprived of his life or personal liberty except in accordance with the procedure established by law. So, in case of an accused of any offense, serious offense or whatsoever, the only established procedure of law is fair trial in court of law under criminal procedure code before inflicting any punishment in either IPC or in any other law. Under Indian legal system, police officials are authorized with the crime investigation and law enforcement. No provision provided for punishment given by them, as it is the jurisdiction of only court of law. However, Section 100 and Section 300 of Indian Penal Code allow self-defense of police personnel, and the need of self-defense is to be substantiated and proved in court of law. If you remember, in 2008, three men threw acid on the face of two women of engineering student, and these three accused were killed in encounter by police and under the direct supervision of Deputy Superintendent of Police. This marked the beginning of first encounter killing and was seen as a form of instant justice. Another famous incident happened only last year. It was on December 2019. The Hyderabad police shot dead all four accused who were involved in gang rape and murder of a veterinary doctor. The chairperson of National Commission of Women, Ms. Rekha Sharma, told at that time, we wanted death penalty of all these accused, but that should have been come through the court of law or the judicial channel. So these incidents are very important to understand the fate and future of the encounter case. In 1997, Justice M.N. Venkatachalaya, who was the chairperson of National Human Rights Commission, received several complaints from the individual or NGOs about the states not following the norms in police encounter case. So he wrote, Justice Chalaya wrote to all chief ministers and about this fact, and he stated in that letter that legally speaking, only two circumstances in which killing would not constitute an offense. First, if the death is caused in exercise of private defense by a police officer, or second, under section 46 of CRPC, when police can use force extending up to causing of death to arrest a person who those person must be an accused in case of any offense punishable with death or life imprisonment. These are the two circumstances, and he described it in his letter. And in this light, the National Human Rights Commission asked the state to follow the recommendation and guidelines given by the commission. A phrase as per the guidelines, then again that was not followed in 2010. Again, Human Rights Commission wrote to the state and with the guidelines, and as per that guidelines, these few steps I'm saying that was to be followed. First, registration of FIR in case of encounter. Second, magisterial inquiry, preferably within 3 months. Third, in case of death, a report shall be sent within 48 hours. In case of encounter death, a report shall be sent within 48 hours to Human Rights Commission, and thereafter a second report will be sent within 3 months, which will include postmortem report, inquest report, findings of magisterial inquiry. So these directions were and guidelines were given by the National Human Rights Commission. This an important turning point came in case of police encounter case, when the Supreme Court, in case of People's Union for Civil Liberties and others versus State of Maharashtra and another, on September 23, 2014, by a division bench which were presided by Chief Justice R.M. Lodha and other member of the bench was Justice Rohington Nariman, issued a detailed 16-point procedure on police encounter. Some of the important steps to be followed were writing down the receipt of any information of TFOP of an offender in case diary before leaving the police station. Second important was then, if pursuant to a tip-off an encounter takes place, then immediately an FIR shall be registered and same shall be forwarded to the court under section 157 of CRPC without delay, because this is an important check and balance given in CRPC for keeping check on police actions. Third important direction was given that an independent investigation to be conducted by CID or any other police team except that police station under which this incident has happened. Another important guideline was that a magisterial inquiry under section 176 of CRPC be conducted, and the report of that must be given to the judicial magistrate under section 190 of CRPC. The involvement of a National Human Rights Commission is not necessary unless a serious doubt is about the independent impartial investigation. However, the information of all this kind of incident must be given to the National Human Rights Commission as well as the State Human Rights Commission. And the court declared that this 10 points norms guidelines given by the division bench of Supreme Court must be taken as a law under Article 141 of Constitution of India, because the court did not wait for any future legislation to be carried out by legislature, and considering the importance of case, specifically this line was written that these are laws under Article 141 of Constitution of India. So now friends, coming to the present situation where the encounter of Vikas Dubey we see just yesterday, and this killing is not seen as a death of a gangster, but it must be seen in the larger perspective as encounter used in violation of law, and a person who was killed was harmless and he was already in custody of police. So by killing this, the other social and political issue which comes into the light, that by killing Vikas Dubey, every possibility of exploring and exposing the involvement of other players, other either political or higher government officials, these possibilities have been killed. Now I remember, I recall when I gave the example of Mr. Rajnish Rai in first start of this video. So an officer of that integrity is required to investigate the issue, so that he should have the courage to take politicians as well as the higher government officials to book them and to bring before the justice of law, court of law. One more one other important case was of justice of Prakash Kadam versus Ram Prasad Viswanath Gupta in 2010, where the Supreme Court very categorically said that the fake encounters by police are nothing but cold-blooded murder, and those who are committing this must be given death sentence, treating him in the category of rarest of rare. Police encounter is not only limited to India; it is a worldwide phenomenon. And I would like to give you certain reference of USA. In Tennessee versus Garner case in 1985, Supreme Court of USA held that it is not better that all felony suspects die than that they escape the use of deadly weapon or force by police against unarmed and non-dangerous suspects is in violation of fundamental right enshrined in the Fourth Amendment of US Constitution. Then following this decision, police departments across United States adopted stricter policies regarding the use of deadly force against the unarmed accused. And this is substantially reduced the cases of police encounter in USA. So we are at the crossroad of social crossroad and the legal crossroad, where we have to adopt some stricter policies, laws to prevent this kind of instant killing, instant justice as it is said. So this is not a question of death of one criminal, but it is a question of a cancer in police system. The two areas which requires immediate attention, one police reform and other breaking nexus of police, politician and criminal. In India, criminal justice administration system has four vital units, arms, such as police, prosecution, judiciary and correctional institutions like jail or prison. So we cannot give this entire function in one hand by accepting the norm of police encounter and justice killing. Just think that what will be the future of our judicial system, criminal judicial dispensation system, if all these arms are given in one hand. Thank you very much for watching this video. Please do comment about this video, and if you have not subscribed, please subscribe so that my video can reach to you at the time of upload, and your subscription will be a good sign for me. Thank you very much. Namaskar.